This episode of Unsealed features another two games that we're going to open for the first time. One of them is 15 years old, and the other game just came out today. So I'm looking forward to opening both of those. But a bit of backstory first. The soul first burned for me, yeah, you know where this is going, back in 1997 with the release of Soul Blade for the original PlayStation. A game that I had played a little bit of in arcades when it was known as Soul Edge, but a game that I picked up immediately for the PlayStation and never regretted it. A game that's a 3D fighting game like Tekken, but is weapons-based rather than fist-based. And one of the reasons I like this game right here is because of the Edge Master mode, a gameplay mode for solo players that allowed you to unlock different weapons, find out more about each character's backstory. It was a lot of fun to revisit over and over and over again. In fact, I have to admit that I actually deleted my memory card progress a couple of times just to go back through the game and unlock everything again. The soundtrack is fantastic. The animation, it's questionable as to whether it still holds up today. As long as you're willing to overlook some of that Generation 5, that early 3D juddery feel, I think that the game is still very playable and a lot of fun to revisit to see how the series got its start. And this was the only game in this series that came out for the PlayStation. Then in 1999, again, I'm sure you know where this is going. September 9th, 1999, with the launch of the Dreamcast, also featured the launch of Soul Calibur in arcade conversion from Namco for the console. It was the only way to play this game for the longest time until a Soul Calibur online version came out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 sometime later. This game still holds up today. It is a gorgeous game with gorgeous lighting, gorgeous character models, silky smooth animation, lots of things to unlock, the return of the Edge Master mode to unlock weapons. There's a ton of things that I love about this game. And if you own a Dreamcast, it's a game that needs to be in your collection. Full stop. There is no question. Whether you're a casual fighting game fan, whether you're kind of middle of the road like me, where you like to play them but you're not great at them, or whether you're a hardcore fighting game fan that has to find every combo for every player, this game is the game for you. It looks great. It sounds great. Soundtrack's phenomenal, and it's a lot of fun to play. But where's the new stuff? Well, I'm glad you asked. This game is now 15 years old. 15 years old. It came out for all three Generation 6 consoles, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and the GameCube. Each version of the game had a special guest character. The Xbox version had Spawn. The GameCube version, probably the most popular version, had Link from Legend of Zelda. And the PlayStation 2 version, which is brand new, right I have here, has Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. This does have the Soul Calibur II label at the top, so you know it is brand new. It's also fun to look at the back of the case. That's an R-Zone sticker, so this is a game from Toys R Us. I played the heck out of these games. I owned all three versions. I still own the GameCube version. It's in my room. I don't have an original Xbox, so I don't have the Xbox version, but if I did, I would certainly own it. This game, again, just like the original Soul Calibur, a ton of features for solo players or multiple players. It is a lot of fun to revisit. I think it still looks great. It still plays very well. It is my favorite game in the series. That includes backwards, forwards, except for the game that I'm going to show you next. This game, which I really can't evaluate yet, but this game right here, it is my favorite in the series. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get this guy open. I have been looking forward to opening this because I just have this disc only. I don't have it complete. So I want to open this on camera. Oh, I'm excited for this. Such a good game. A great game, even. So there's the seal. We'll take that off of there. We'll go ahead and we will take the label off the top. Transcending history in the world. A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. Oh, just hearing that, hearing the announcer say that in this game still sends shivers down my spine. It is that good. These games were just, to me, as kind of a casual to middle-of-the-road fighting game fan, I mean, I got all of these. Even though Soul Calibur 3 was kind of iffy, I didn't like some of the difficulty spikes, and Soul Calibur 4 lost a lot of the single-player goodness that I thought was great. And Soul Calibur 5, I don't even want to talk about Soul Calibur 5, but this game right here, all awesome, all day long. Oh, Still have the seal there. So, and yep. Oh, cool. So this actually, when we open it up, it not only has, and I want to make sure you can see, it not only has the manual, but it also has a demo disc on the front, Namco Transmission Volume 1.03, and there is the disc right there. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the instruction manual, as we always do, really quickly. The instruction manual is full color, although it's not very detailed in terms of content. In fact, there are only 12 pages in the manual total, talking about some basic techniques here. There's also some game rules, talking about Weapon Master Mode, not Edge Master Mode. It's Weapon Master Mode in this particular game. And in the back here, there's an ad for Soul Calibur 2 action figures. Ivy is one of them. I won an Ivy figure when I participated in a Soul Calibur 2 tournament the day that the game came out. I was working for Game Crazy the day that the game came out. Remember Game Crazy, part of Hollywood Video? So I bought the GameCube version, and actually I bought all 3 versions from there. That's right. I bought all 3 versions from there. My paycheck was gone for that particular week because I had bought all 3 versions of the game. And I stopped at a GameStop on my way home, and there was a Soul Calibur 2 tournament going on, and I won. So I wound up winning an Ivy figure that I unfortunately no longer have. This game, a lot of fun. You can get it for any of the 3 consoles. If you have a Wii that plays GameCube backwards compatible, you can get the Wii version or the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2, especially if you like the Legend of Zelda series. The game is just fantastic. I could go on and on and on about how much time I put into this game, playing through Weapon Master Mode time and again, unlocking all of the weapons for all of the characters. There's just so much to do in this game. It is a lot of fun to play, and I highly recommend it. So I talked about Soul Calibur 3. I do have that in the other room. I don't have that brand new, unfortunately. That game is still ranging pretty high in terms of sealed versions of the game. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, even though it was a PlayStation 2 exclusive, and there were a couple of things that I thought were pulled from the arcades that could have been executed better. Unfortunately, I believe the game has a pretty nasty bug that you can get your entire memory card corrupted, so I'm pretty careful when I play that particular game. The game looks great. It sounds okay, but I think that Soul Calibur 2 is a bit better. Soul Calibur 4 had the inclusion of Star Wars characters, being Darth Vader and Yoda. The Apprentice from Star Wars Force Unleashed was part of the game. Looked great, I thought, but the single-player modes, I thought, took a step backwards. I think it was like Chronicles of the Tower or something silly like that. It felt like busy work. It was not a lot of fun for me to play. And then we got to Soul Calibur 5, a game that I was really excited about when I saw it for the first time at E3 in 2011. Yeah, it did nothing for me. I played it, I think, for a grand total of an hour, and I was just bored. And at that point, I had given Soul Calibur up for dead. I thought it was done, and that was it. But wouldn't you know it, the soul still burns. It's Soul Calibur 6. This is the deluxe edition for the Xbox One. The reason I picked the Xbox One version is because I have the Xbox One X, so I'm taking advantage of some of the extra horsepower under the hood. Again, this is the deluxe edition of the game, so it comes with a metal case with built-in soundtrack, the Soul Calibur 6 full game, and the soundtrack on disc. There is one constant through all of the Soul Calibur games, and that is that the soundtracks for each of them, from Soul Blade on, have been nothing short of fantastic, at least in my point of view. So getting another soundtrack on disc was a no-brainer for me. Also, the metal case with the built-in sound box I thought was an interesting concept, and we will check it out for ourselves here in just a minute. It is a sealed book case, from what I can tell. And it is unopened. I just got home from Best Buy a little while ago with this. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to open it up, and we're going to see what's in it. So let's see if we can get this open before taking too long. Oh, boy. Come on. There we go. Okay, so let's open this up. There we go. I'm not going to be playing this right away. I have a dinner engagement, so I'll be playing it later on tonight. And this, okay, so you have to take the top seal off. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. This is the Steelbook case here with Soul Calibur and Soul Edge. It does have the Xbox label on it for some reason, so we'll take that off. There we go. Whoop. So inside the case, I'll show you really quickly. I have the season pass in there. Not a fan of the season pass, but I have it. And a warranty, like a manual kind of thing. I don't know how this works yet. I think you push the button.
Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
Oh, that is so cool. What else you got?
A legend will never die.
Different announcer, I think.
Welcome to the stage of history, retold.
Ooh.
Soul Calibur VI. Transcending history and the world.
That's cool.
Souls and swords, eternally retold.
So there you go. This is Soul Calibur 6. I don't have time to install it right now, but I will definitely post thoughts on it on Twitter at another time. Also, underneath it, and I'll turn it around so you can see it, underneath that, we also have the soundtrack disc as well. A beautiful steelbook case, and I'm looking forward to playing this. I'm looking forward to checking it out. The only thing I would complain about, why isn't there anything on the spine? James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, touches on this, and he just wondered, why can't we see anything here so we can just look on our shelf and take it off? But that's just me nitpicking. So that is a look at my experience with the Soul Calibur /Edge /Blade series. I was on the fence in buying this, and I finally caved. And part of the reason is because, having a brand new copy of Soul Calibur 2 to unlock, I figured I would do a twofer for this particular episode. If you have any experience with the Soul Calibur or Soul Edge or Blade games, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Feel free to share them with me. I read each and every one, even if I don't reply right away. As always, thanks for checking out my videos. I really do appreciate it. And until the next one, and the next one's going to be really soon because I have another 15-year-old game that I'm going to get to. It's going to be in just a couple of days. Take care, my friends. See you later.